We back in the building. We back in the place. I'm back in my big bro Ray. Hey man, say man, this is our trend. If you're new, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and get the notification bell as well. What the hell, good deal, bro? What it do?
What's good, G man? Just watched the Thunder put belt to ass on this Denver Nuggets, but
And Thunder put whiplash is like a slave master on that ass today,
but
man.
you know what's crazy, bro? Is I people be thinking I just don't like OKC though. I told people OKC would win the series. I just knew that it wasn't gonna be an easy series like when they played Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Like people gotta understand with basketball, bro. It's more than just winning games. It's a lot of politics. The ratings is down. You don't have none of the superstars in the playoffs right now. You don't have Stephen Curry. You don't have LeBron. You don't got Kevin Durant. You don't got Kawhi Leonard. I mean, the list goes on of people that we are so used to seeing every year in the playoffs. Which it's a new era. It's time to move on. I think a lot of old heads be having a hard time facing the facts that it's time to move on from another era. But that's just what basketball fans go through. Real basketball fans. But I'm proud of OKC though. I hope they go all the way. But like I told you before, it's a hard road, man. Cause them Knicks is they tough, man. And them Timberwolves is tough too. But I still got OKC winning in 7 games.
Man, see, look, when it came to that Denver series, I feel like we allowed it to prolong the way it did. The one game that we was up, I think it was game 2, we was up. We let them come back and win. Shea almost beat it before it went to overtime.
But see,
Then
I gotta stop you right there before you go any farther. You can't let a team come back. A
no,
team
no, that's
keep
what I'm
coming
saying.
back.
That's what I'm saying.
So we can't use that excuse.
No, no, no. We did let the team come back because Chet, he missed 2 free. If Chet would have made those 2 free throws, we wouldn't be talking about the game 7.
True. But
If he made those two free
the
throws,
series
it
could have
would.
possibly went totally different though if he makes those 2 free throws.
Nah, to me, because only way he could have went if he would have made those 2 free throws, they would need the 3 to tie up. We wouldn't have had to call a timeout. We would let them play out the way it need to play out. I
But
think
see, I
I
think
think
y'all
it's a
lost
little
that
bit bad
game. That
coaching.
game in general, I don't think y'all lost that game because Chet Holmgren missed 2 free throws. I think y'all lost that actual game because y'all coach made bad decisions.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, no. I said it was a good. I definitely said it was a compilation. Shaq missing those 2 free throws and all those intentional fouls at the end of the game. I think that was dumb as hell. But I really thought in my mindness of minds, like I was listening to Skip Bayless, man. Shout out to Skip Bayless. People don't fuck with it. I fuck with it because he's from Oklahoma. But what he was saying, he like, man, these are really the 2 best teams in the NBA going at it right now because all the rest of the teams are gone. If you really think about it, Jokic is the best player in the league.
but I don't think I don't use the excuse, but Denver wasn't healthy though.
Oh man, no, that was healthy. It just
No,
it
bro. Michael Porter, fuck, you see that fucking thing he won his arm the whole series? No, bro. Aaron Gordon just tore his goddamn, fucked his hamstring up the last game.
man. What they what the
But I
NBA
don't use this.
say?
Listen, I don't use injuries as excuses. I'm just saying that
Oh yeah.
Denver wasn't healthy. Like, to me, bro, what I'm tired of seeing in the NBA is certain teams winning rings. Like, for instance, I don't believe the Celtics would have won that ring that they won if the East was healthy. I feel like that was I feel like the Celtics have won the easiest ring in the past 10 years.
Oh no.
Who done had a harder battle than that in
Uh,
the past 10 years?
man, in the past 10 years, I would say that you talking about what make it easier ring? Who had an easier ring? Is that what you saying? Right.
You
You talking about who had an easier ring?
Yeah.
I'll say.
Bro, you ain't gonna be able to.
No, okay, look, I got one. I would say LeBron when they came back 3-1 against Golden State was an easy ring.
Bro, what? Hell nah.
Without Draymond Green, Golden State ain't the same team.
Yeah, but bro, Draymond Green was suspended for 1 game.
That's the reason why they lost.
Nah, they lost because motherfucking LeBron and
What
Kyrie
Stephen A.
turned
Smith
fucked
say
up.
he said when they lost Draymond Green, that was a severance package. He said it was gifted a ring.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you why I know that that's false. Because LeBron actually said that's the hardest ring he ever won.
No, LeBron used
It was, bro. Look, the bubble championship,
look.
bro. Listen, the bubble championship was easy.
No,
the rings in the rings in Miami, they were supposed to win.
Bro, no. That was not So look, LeBron used that because they was a 72-win team. He said since I came back from a 3-1 lead on a 72-win team, made him the greatest of all time, which was bullshit because if they had Draymond Green the last game, they wouldn't have won one.
Bro, but that wasn't the game that Draymond Green got suspended for though. The last game wasn't the game he got suspended for.
No, but LeBron said him coming back 3-1 on that team is the reason why he makes him the greatest. I'm saying
I wouldn't say that's why I make him the greatest, but that was definitely LeBron's hardest ring to get.
But the East has always been weak. He's always got to the finals in the East because the East was always the least. We always call it the least East.
No, bro. People forgetting about the history of the NBA, bro.
Don't blaspheme me on here.
Bro, listen, every
NBA analyst called the East the weakest for the last 15 years. The West has just now became strong over the last 3 or 4 years.
Bro.
Maybe 4 years, 5 years.
We just gonna forget all the years the Celtics won. We gonna forget all the years. Hold on. We gonna forget all the years the Celtics won. We gonna forget all the years Miami won. We gonna forget all the years the Detroit. Hold on. We gonna forget.
You talking about winning the finals? We're talking about the East itself as in a was weak.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
The get to the finals, I agree. Cleveland won, Celtics won. Some teams in the East have won, but the road to get to the finals was way easier. If LeBron was in the West,
bro, that's why I'm telling you that nobody has had an easier path than the Celtics. No one.
I tell you.
You're comparing. Listen, hold on. You comparing one series where Draymond Green was out for 1 game, compared to the Celtics facing every opponent and their star player was hurt.
No. So I can see that. I can see that. But I will tell you what was the hardest ring, and that's just one discount LeBron shit, was Dirk Nowitzki. His ring was one of the hardest rings ever.
What? No, you saying like who had to get the hardest ring? Yeah, Dirk. Yeah, I give that to them. That was a tough road. Nobody even.
He had to go through Kobe. Man, he had to. The Mavericks had to go through some teams.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But this the first year OKC Thunder in a long time have been this far. The biggest hiccup is right now, even though Tim Presti is one of the greatest general managers of all time, the biggest hang-up is going to be he's been to the playoffs 15 out of 17 years, and he haven't brought home a ring. Will you think that's a fair assessment?
Well, it kind of goes back to me, I look at y'all like this right now. I'm not going to say compared to the past 2 years, but before these past 2 years, I look at y'all like the 76ers of the West. We trust in the process, right? So when does the process come through? Because now we know the process is over in Philadelphia because it didn't work out. So we salvage our whole future. Speaking on OKC, we salvage our whole future to bring all these people in, get all these draft picks. So at what point do we win a ring? Or are we just salvaging our future for nothing?
So what I have to give a little pushback in, I believe when we got rid of all our stars, it made our future brighter.
Agree.
Because,
but I also don't think y'all should have broke that team up. I think that team would have won a lot of rings.
Yeah. I think that $4 million, if they would have given that to James Harden, they would have, ran it back.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. But what I will say is, we're 10 times better than trust the process in Philadelphia. And I say that for one, they have never really had a successful season. Cool. Let alone get into the playoffs. They never really had a successful season. Markel Fultz got hurt. Joel Embiid has always been in and out.
Bro, listen. We talking about the same team that would have a ring if Kawhi Leonard didn't hit a crazy buzzer beater. I mean,
yeah. But man, that's Kawhi Leonard. Man, Kawhi Leonard to me is one of the most left.
Kawhi Leonard is the reason that a lot of people should have a ring right now and they don't have one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why people say, like, even with LeBron, like, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but even Paul George said, I feel like if LeBron wasn't in the league, I would have a ring.
Yeah, because you got to think about, like I was saying, he was on the East. The East was the weakest.
Yeah.
LeBron was having his way all them years.
But I'm saying even Paul George was speaking on when Indiana was tough like that.
Yeah, no, but Indiana and Cleveland were rivals. They were going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who's going to win out of that? I mean, I'm a PG lover. I love PG-13. But I never see PG-13 as a closer in the game. I've always seen him somebody that's going to get you 25 to 32. He's going to get you the points.
I can say he was a closer before the injury.
Yeah, before, man, I think he was a great player, and he's gonna be a Hall of Fame player. I just never, man. I wouldn't build a team around him. I would put him on the team.
I would have built a team around Paul George before the injury.
Huh?
I would build a team around Paul George before the injury.
I would.
Indiana Paul George before the injury was nasty, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
nasty, bro. Like
one of the worst injuries in the league history.
Yeah.
What was the other one that was really bad? It was his
Brandon Roy.
Yeah, Brandon Roy. But Brandon Roy was a monster.
Yeah, he gave everybody buckets.
Everybody buckets. Everybody said he could have been one of the greatest if he never got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But that my all-time favorite, I believe, because it's Kobe's all-time favorite.
That Portland team was tough, bro. Greg Oden and Brandon Roy getting hurt. If that never happened, we might be having a whole new NBA history we talking about here.
Yeah, we might. But I think
there wouldn't even be no Dame. There wouldn't be no Damian Lillard. There wouldn't even be no Dame time.
But look. But like how you saying with politics, I think politics played a lot in that because before LeBron even got to the league, they already had him call him chosen one. His path was already set in stone in the league.
Yeah.
And so that brings me to a question, and I have to ask this because we have to be honest with ourselves. Where do you see the Lakers next year?
It's tough, bro, because like I'm looking at it now like, okay, you got people like Caruso, right?
Yeah.
They play for OKC. Was it worth us keeping a motherfucker like Reeves and not re-signing Caruso?
No.
Because Reeves has been a bum every year in the playoffs.
Reeves is a great player. Look, Reeves. See, what I feel like.
No, he's good. No, he's good, bro. I just don't think Reeves belongs on that team with LeBron and Luka together.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. I think right now, Lakers, in the last couple of years, they've been too focused on the offense side of the game.
Yes. Well, I can't even say that, bro, because when Anthony Davis was there, they was the top ranked defense.
Because Anthony Davis is a hell of a defender.
Right. That's why I say that was a dumbass trade. Even though people think it was the best, I don't agree. But we'll see how the future holds.
But that's why I really, in my heart and mind, bro, I think Dallas is gonna give people problems next year.
Bro, they're gonna be a fucking problem. I told people Dallas would have gave people problems this year. Healthy
bro,
Dallas, they're a problem.
Bro, they finna have AD and Kyrie healthy.
With Cooper Flag.
With Cooper Flag, and they got decent little they got live
Gafford, Lively.
But they got a decent team now. I think whoever blamed, what was that nigga named Nico Harris? Blamed him for this trade. I think they owe him an apology.
I don't think they owe him an apology. I think the league just seen the backlash. That's why I knew it was all politics. I think the league seen the backlash that he was receiving and how the Dallas, bro, they was ready to burn this. They was ready to burn y'all city down.
Oh yeah, bro, they was having.
You feel me? Bro. So it's like in order for the NBA to keep this franchise afloat, we gotta give them something. Because this was a dumb trade as far as on a Dallas perspective. Because like even Nico Harrison said, he said, I didn't realize how much this city loved Luka.
He knew that.
He knew though, but that was his excuse.
Man, hey, I literally live 2 miles away from the American Airlines Center, bro. I live 5 minutes away from the Dallas Mavericks playing field. When I say people were almost in tears walking around, people were sad. It hurt. You gotta understand, man. Luka is, man. Hey, let's be honest. Luka is a white boy killer in a black man dominated sport. These white folks love that nigga.
But
it's just like the Janelle shit.
But
like
see,
I was saying, when you're fair skinned or white and you're dominating in something that black people are supposed to be dominating in, oh, they gonna love you. So when they took Luka from this is a redneck city. Don't give a fuck how many niggas live in Dallas. This is a white nigga city. This is a white redneck place. And you took that white boy who been fucking them niggas up and shit that nigga out to motherfucking LA and brought this big, unhealthy, fucked up leg AD ass here. Oh, it fucked them niggas' hearts up.
Yeah.
It fucked them up.
But I know, as far as the Lakers, I seen they hired like what type of coach was it? Like a strength coach or something. Number one, I know the Lakers ain't going for that weight shit. Luka gonna come back skinny as fuck next year. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, if they season don't go good next year, I think they should fire JJ Redick.
JJ Redick made a lot of mistakes. I don't listen.
There's
no way you can get me to believe that Jackson Hayes wouldn't have played a better game. I wouldn't have gave a fuck if you put the nigga in there to get 5 fouls and foul out. There's no way that you could get me to believe that you didn't play this man for 2 games straight and he's 7-2 sitting on the fucking bench. There's no way.
And the reason why y'all was losing is because of rebounds.
Fucking, we lost to Rudy Gobert. Like, fuck out of here. Like
rebounds, and
but I'm gonna tell you, like, as far as the NBA, the whole offseason is gonna depend on what Greek Freak does. That's what the whole offseason this year is gonna revolve around, whatever he decides to do. Because there's no other superstars on the move right now, unless they get traded. Like Kevin Durant, I think he's gonna end up in Houston.
You think Kevin go to Houston?
I think what's gonna happen, they're gonna trade Jalen Green because I don't think.
Do you know what I would love to happen? If we trade away a couple of our first round picks and a couple of our pieces and got them.
You know what's crazy though? I hate to say it because the Thunder fans gonna hate me for this, but I think y'all could do without Jay Williams.
Which one?
The one with the braids.
Nah.
if you brought KD in and replaced him,
oh yeah. If you brought
perfect.
KD in, yeah.
Perfect. SGA with KD, bro, perfect.
But honestly, you wouldn't even have to get rid of Jay Will. The same role that Shaq is playing, they're the same height, the same unicorn.
But they ain't moving Chet though.
Getting 15 shots a game.
They ain't moving Chet though. They'll move Jay Williams before they move Chet.
No, I think they'll move Jay. I think they'll move Shaq before they move Jay Will, man.
Because Chet,
they
bro,
solidify Jay Will as a second
one
option.
thing I do like about Chet, bro, is that nigga put that ball on the ground. You know what I'm saying? A lot of big men can't put that ball on the ground like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I just don't think. Like, he's more of like a unicorn. Like, Jay Williams, you can find another flashy slasher, jumper. You know, that's easy to find. That ain't nothing that's irreplaceable. With Chet Holmgren, them type of players don't come around all the time.
But all the reality though, I think if OKC stuck with our same team, I think we'll be good next year.
But I'm telling you right now, if y'all don't win the finals, somebody gonna.
Oh man, we got like 50% chance to win.
I mean, y'all do. I think OKC will win the finals. But I won't lie to you and say I'm not rooting for Anthony Edwards because that's my favorite basketball player now. But
I'm rooting for Anthony Edwards if he beat us. Because he just remind me of that little cousin. You know what I mean? He just remind me of what's that resonates. He relates to people that I know and seen in the hood and talk shit and personable, and he's like that old school basketball player. He gonna talk shit, go after still, and I fuck with that. And he's young, and he look like Michael Jordan a little bit.
I still think that's Michael's son, but I ain't really talk about that another time.
Hey,